Joined now live in Paris for an expert opinion with Christian Malard, who is international diplomatic correspondent for I-24 News, amongst other broadcast networks. Christian, good morning to you.
Good morning.
I'm sorry to have to ask you this as the first question relating to the terror attacks, but does it feel like you've been here before?
I was expecting terrorist attacks. The French public opinion have been prepared to this kind of terrorist attack for a long time. It dates back to François Hollande, of course, the incumbent president, the former Prime Minister, Mr. Valls, and the new Prime Minister, Mr. Cazeneuve. They keep telling us we have been preventing some terrorist attacks. We don't know, they don't give us all the information of what they have been doing. But we do know that we are under threat for a long time because France is so much involved in the fight against Islamic State in Syria and Iraq. And we do know that we pay the price for it. But the problem is right now, it's not the danger is not coming from Syria or Iraq. I think this is outdated. The problem is the threat is from inside, with all this generation, young generation of Muslims, of what we call them of the third generation, who have been born in France, educated in France by their family. They belong to our former colonies most of the time, Algeria, Tunisia, Morocco. And these people are in total rupture with our political system, our education, and our sense of democracy. And I'm sure that the man who has been arrested lived in the suburbs of Paris, but we have so many terrorist networks, so many Muslim fundamentalist networks in this country. We have been, let me tell you this, as an observer of my own country, we have been laxist all over the years. Left-wing government, right-wing government are responsible for the kind of situation we are facing today.
Christian, do you think this affects the presidential election?
Yes. Yes, because definitely my analysis is the following one. I think we have among the four favorites candidates, Le Pen, Fillon, Mélenchon and Macron, we have two of them who are definitely very tough on the struggle which should be led against terrorism and against Muslim fundamentalist networks. It's definitely Madame Le Pen, you know her, in the United States and everywhere, and François Fillon. And probably it might favor more François Fillon, who is considered globally as the one having the most reliable program and the experience to tackle all the challenges we have to face right now at the political, economic and security level.
How significant will that change in favor potentially for those two candidates be overnight?
Well, when you look at the latest polls, you know that tonight at midnight, no more polls. When you look at the latest polls, you see Macron leading with 23 or 22, Madame Le Pen 22, 21, and Fillon 20, 21. It's tightening. And my bet would be it's tightening in the favor of Fillon. And we will see what's kept in store, who will be the two getting through the final.
And in terms of that fact that as you say, there's now four candidates, all very close together within 20%, and of course only one of them from the two traditional parties here in France. So give us historical perspective about how shaken up French politics is at the moment.
Oh, it's shaken up first because we have two establishment parties you alluded to. The Republican Party, represented by Monsieur Fillon, and the Socialist Party. The Socialist Party, represented by Monsieur Hamon. One conclusion we can draw for sure without having risk of being, let's say, making a mistake. The Socialist Party is dead. 7%. 7%, so far away from the other contenders. It's dead. The question is, can Monsieur Fillon, who has been involved in corruption affairs, can he save the Republican Party? Just imagine, Fillon is out, Socialist is out, and we have Le Pen, Mélenchon, the two extremes. It's the fear, what they fear in the diplomatic and say financial milieu markets.
Right.
But Monsieur Macron is very peculiar because people start realizing that Macron is Mr. Hollande #2. He used to be his advisor, he used to work for him, and now this guy tries to grab on the left, in the center, on the right. Will he succeed? Who knows?
And Christian, the final question, because it's very important to our viewers, is France position in the single currency in the euro. What chance more broadly in the next 3 to 5 years would you say that France leaves the euro?
No. Well, Madame Le Pen said if she is the president, which might not be the case, she would organize a referendum asking about should France stay inside the EU or not. My answer is no way that France, whoever is leading this country, is going to get out of the EU. and out of the euro currency. So I don't think the market should be too much worried about that.
Christian, merci beaucoup.
Thank you very much
for joining us. Christian Malard joining us here live in Paris.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.